What's going on, y'all? So I got two decisions in the mail today. One for the case against Lauren Norton Lerner, and the other for Sharice Ellison. Both of these cases, the decision was made by Honor Patrick Hayes Torres. That's for the Lauren Norton Lerner case, and this is for the Sharice Ellison case. You see, Patrick Hayes Torres. Now, in his decision, he's making reference to he's saying I filed a motion to re-argue the court's decision dated August 14th, 2025. You feel what I'm saying? He's making reference to a decision that I'm trying to re-argue, a decision in order that was made on August 14th, 2025. Now, the decision that he's talking about is this right here. It's the Lauren Norton Lerner one. Here's the notice of entry. And I told y'all about this. And here's the decision. And he's dismissing this case. And it say August 14th right there, but it's supposed to be dated on the last page, so it's not dated and it's not stamped. So that means it can't be enforced. It was never filed with the court. This is the decision that he's making reference to from August 14th. That's one, Lauren Norton Lerner. The other one is right here, Sharice Ellison. You see, August 14th. The last page should be August 14th. It should say August 14th right here, but it don't. It's not dated, it's not stamped, it's not enforceable. These are the decisions that he's talking about, that he's making reference to. You feel what I'm saying? He's saying that I filed a motion to re-argue, which I did. I filed these motions right here to re-argue. They was filed in special terms on December 29th. And I set the return date for the 12th of January, which is this Monday. So this is the Lauren Norton Lerner case. And this is the Sharice Ellison case. December 29th, special terms. I made the return date for the 12th, this Monday. And what I'm asking for in the motion, I'm asking for them to provide me with a decision in order for both of these cases. Now, the decision in order that I'm making reference to, that I want for both of these cases, of course, it's not the decision in order that he made. It's another decision in order. Because when he dismissed these cases right here, and just to tell you, the notice of entry is defective as well. So, the dates are all off. But when he made these decisions to dismiss both of these cases, I had filed a order to show cause to put the cases back on the calendar. And that case went before Soma S. Side. It went before Soma S. Side on September 30th, 2025. And I uploaded a short showing y'all the two replies that I filed. And they went before Soma S. Side. It was two replies to two motions by the defendant on these cases. Two motions I had to file a reply because they replied to my they opposed my order to show cause to try to put the case back on the calendar. They opposed it. So I had to file a reply, and I showed y'all the reply. And that reply was filed September 30th, and the video was uploaded. The short was uploaded where I showed y'all the replies October 1st, 2025. Now, the Soma S.A. marked the case is fully submitted. She had opposition, she had my reply, so she marked it fully submitted, and she was supposed to make a decision on the case. And it's been over 60 days now, and she didn't make a decision yet. You feel what I'm saying? Go back to the short, you'll see what I'm talking about. So what I did was I filed this motion on December 29th, and I'm making reference to the decision. I'm asking them, where is the decision in order? From the court appearance, when the case was marked fully submitted on September 30th by Soma S. Side, I'm asking for that decision in order because they haven't given it to me yet. It's been over 60 days. Same thing with this case. I'm asking for the decision in order. It's been over 60 days, and she still haven't made a decision. And these are the motions he's talking about me fouling. He's saying that I'm re-arguing. Now, as soon as I made these motions that he's saying is a re-argument, which is not, I don't consider it a re-argument. As soon as I did that, that's when I got these decisions in the mail. You feel what I'm saying? And this one is dated January 2nd. And it says the calendar date is 9/30. I don't even know what that's in reference to. And then this cover letter is January 5th. Same thing with this case. January 5th cover letter. And the decision is dated January 2nd. So the issue here is he's making a decision on these motions right here, but the return date didn't even come around yet. How do you do that? Because basically he know that these two decisions right here, these fraudulent decisions that he made to dismiss both of these cases, they're going to get overturned. So what he's doing is he's trying to deny these two motions right here. He's trying to deny him before the court date even come up. Well, that's what he did. He didn't try. That's what he did, but he can't do that. And he feel like, yo, you're re-arguing. You re-arguing my decisions right here. I'm going to dismiss it before the court date even come up. I'm going to deny your motions before the court date come up. How in the hell can you do that? How can you deny these two motions when the return date didn't even come yet? It's Monday. And he denied it on January 2nd. And it says the calendar date is 9/30. This don't make no sense. Oh yeah, it's not stamped, but it's dated at the bottom. Like I said, it's not stamped, so it's not enforceable. It's not stamped, so it's not enforceable. So, I'm not worried about him denying these motions because it's not enforceable and it was never entered into the court system. You feel what I'm saying? So it's null and void and it doesn't apply. And let's get to the case summary for Lauren Norton Lerner. Just to show y'all. Here's the case summary. You feel what I'm saying? Right here, you can see where it says appearance activity. You can see that I got a court date for 1/12, and that's my motion, January 12th. The same thing for this case. You feel what I'm saying? 1/12 right there. That's my court date. You feel what I'm saying? Now, you can see where it says appearance activity, and this is with the case against Sharice Ellison. You can see I paid for an inquest before Patrick, because there's a long history with this case. On 8/12/2025, I went for an inquest, and Patrick, I went for an inquest before Ernest J. Cavallo on 8/12. And that same day, he transferred the case from an inquest part to 101 before Patrick Hayes Torres. Then Patrick Hayes Torres adjourned it 2 days later. And when he adjourned it 2 days later, he dismissed it August 14th. Well, it was marked fully submitted. He didn't even make a decision yet. It was marked fully submitted. He didn't even make a decision. But he's saying the decision was made 8/14/2025. He didn't even make a decision. But that's neither here or there. That's how you know this decision is fraud. But so that's, you see appearance activity, but I went for an inquest hearing for this case as well, and it doesn't even say it on the appearance activity. It don't say nothing about an inquest. But what it does make reference to is 8/14, when the case went before him and he submitted it on default. You see 8/14, submit on default. That means it's submitted on default. A decision wasn't made yet. So why is he even saying the decision was made? It wasn't even made, so that contradicts what he's saying. But yeah, you could look at the case summary yourself, man. The thing is that Honor Ernest J. Cavallo transferred both of these cases to 101 before Patrick Hayes Torres. You feel what I'm saying? He did that with both of these cases. And it says it here where he did it, but it doesn't say it over here with the appearance activity. It doesn't say it for Lauren Norton Lerner. It doesn't say when he transferred. But yeah, Ernest J. Cavallo transferred these cases to Patrick Hayes Torres in 101 for 8/14/2025. And that's when it was marked submitted on default. It wasn't a decision made. Submitted on default is because I didn't show up. That's not a decision. And I went back to the court and asked them, was there a decision made on the 14th? And they said, no, it was just submitted on default. There's no decision made yet. It would have said dismissed. So why in this decision I received today, he's talking about I'm re-arguing the court decision that was dated August 14th. You feel what I'm saying? That's why this don't have a date on it. Because it didn't take place on August 14th. The case summary proves that. The case summary proved that nothing took place on August 14th. It was just submitted. That was it. There was no decision. And that's why the decision is not dated, stamped, or anything. Because it wasn't made on the 14th. So he got that wrong. And I don't even know how you're going to get around that. But at the end of the day, y'all, he's making a decision on both of these cases before the return date come up. How can you do that? You can't do that. You know, once again, as soon as I found these motions, December 29th, 2025, as soon as I found these motions and set the return date for the 12th, I set them both for the 12th. That's when I get this in the mail. January 5th, 2026. And the decision is dated January 2nd. You know, Sharice Ellison, Lauren Norton Lerner. See? January 5th, January 2nd. See, he feels like, how are you going to challenge my decisions to dismiss both of these cases? How are you going to re-argue? And I'm not even re-arguing it. I'm asking, where's the decision at? Where's the decision when these cases went before Soma S side? You know, because I was putting it back on the calendar after he dismissed it, and then it went before her by order to show cause to try to put it back on the calendar, and she never made a decision on that yet. If she feels that it's necessary to be placed back on the calendar, which it should, because these decisions are fraudulent, so it should be back on the calendar. No wonder why she didn't make a decision yet. So you know, he feels like, how you gonna challenge my decision? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna deny your motions before the return date, which don't make no sense. You can't deny a motion before the return date. You can't deny it before the return date. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is stupid. I'm gonna holler though, y'all.